there was a maintenance plan, and I went through all this whole paper. Well, I'll find it, but I found it. And, you know, 22.
Have a good evening.
You too. Sam, it's nice to see you back.
Hi there.
Drive safe.
All of
Just to let you know, this is our last master plan, 2027, for next year. So it's already done. Good copies of it.
That's the one that was done with Roe?
We can start this.
That's the one that was done with Roe?
Yeah, it says from 22.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, me, I'm here, Doris,
Here.
Devin,
Present.
Tom,
Present.
Sam,
Here.
Janice.
Here.
Alright.
Lila is excused for the day. Okay. Look at the minutes, see if there's anything that needs to be changed.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 1st minutes as written.
Second.
Okay, but how about with one correction?
Alright.
The very top, and I'm telling you, I didn't see it, I corrected everything in there, then I looked at the very top after I printed it out versus back.
It's got an M and not an N.
It's got what?
It's got an M and not
Yeah,
an N.
town children, yeah.
It's a dumb.
That's all.
I will,
Amend your,
I'll amend it with the correction to township.
That's her township.
who's second?
No, it says it's an M.
It's an M.
Janice,
It's an
Janice seconded it.
Okay.
It's an M. It just blurred together.
Oh,
After I had
okay.
it all printed out, I saw, because I went through everything and corrected everything, and I saw that after I had it all printed out.
Janice with the change,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you still maintain the second?
Yes, I do.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
You oppose it?
No, I said I for.
I'm sorry.
She's just behind you.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
If she was opposing it, she would have said nay.
Right.
Passion, no. Motion passed. Okay, liaison reports. Debbie, you have anything?
No, just, I hope that tonight we get the budget stuff done so we can send it on to the board of trustees. Otherwise, everything has been, as far as I know, has been approved and for funding for you guys.
Okay. Cheryl, anything from the big board?
No.
Okay, liaison reports, done. Okay, budget. So, last we checked, when we did it, events was 11,000, playground was 25,000, parking lot was 10,000, trail was 15,000, which is a grand total of 61,000. So with that, I know they'll probably put us at 50 like we've been, hopefully.
You got, okay, what was the other two? I got events.
Events playground is 25,
And
is
the other one?
25,000. 25 and 3 zeros.
Yep.
25,000, okay.
And the last one was what?
Parking lot was 10,000 and trails was 15,000.
Okay.
And then we did not put utilities in here, which is our bathroom, which we just did it.
So utilities have to be added to the 61.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the parking lot, that is to get the same surfacing?
Yep. Just realized that I remember the way around it. Okay, hold on, I just had this. Nope, that's not. So Porta Johns, when we do it, we did it for the $2,280. And that, so, it's a grand total. Hold on, that's too much math for me right now. And I don't have the answers. Nope, okay. So it would be $63,888. No, $683.80. $880.
63.
$880. Why I want to put another 8 in there, do not know. So that would be for utilities.
That's all, that's our total spending?
Yeah, that's what we have.
Okay.
That we have planned out. So with that, I got 2 emails in the last 2 weeks for grants. One is the Poet Grant, which is the company that runs the sugar plant in Caro. Yeah, that runs the sugar plant in Caro. Their grant closes May 15th. I tried for that one last year, but with a little bit more that I can know what we need to do. I'm gonna try to apply for that one as long as you guys are okay with it. Does anybody have any objections to applying for it?
Is it similar to other ones where you have to have, like, the township is agreeing to put in a certain amount?
No, this one, when I remember doing it the last, it's like I have to do a breakdown of, like, this is what we want, this is what we're planning on doing, this is how it would help our community.
So this is like a true, more like a true grant,
Yes.
like they're funding it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They have places all over the state of Michigan and any other place that has the Poet, they do it. We put in for it last year, but we didn't get it. That one closes May 15th. There is another one because, hold on, this one. So there is a place, there's play and park structures. We can see if we qualify for a grant there for it. It's like a 15 million in playground funding to see, it's for healthy kids. So us wanting to do the basketball court and the trails could be it. That deadline ends June 30th. When I did it, the only thing it wanted when I tried to fill out the form was what our budget was. So this one, I just have to tell them, like, this is the budget, and it was the timeline. That's the part that I can fill out the rest of it, it's the timeline. So if we do this one, and we do the basketball court or the trails with it, like, we could do immediately, we can do in the next 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months, or 1 year. that one I had to, I was gonna ask you guys, what do you think for the timeline? Do we wanna try to do it immediately, so that the basketball court's up for the summer and we can be done with it? Or do we do the 3 to 6 months, or the 6 to 12 months, so that'll be another year out? Like, what do we wanna do?
Do we have a quote on the basketball court?
So, I'm gonna be completely honest, I forgot about it until today, cause with my surgery on my face and going back to work, totally forgot about it.
Well, then why don't we do the 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, we'll do the 3 to 6 months, on it, and I did get a quote back and tried to do it twice for the basketball court. I had to design it, which is, if you wanna pass it. Seems like no, y'all can't have it. Sam's being selfish.
I thought you said it.
So it's like a 3D printing of it. We could put the township logo in the middle of it. One side will be basketball, the middle squares are the pickleball, which we have to fix the net because I did the net for the pickleball court and the volleyball court. And the volleyball court is the bigger one. And then we still have extra room so if someone wants to just play anything on there, they can. This one is 60 wide, 90 long. So it is literally putting back, it's the sandhill, essentially.
Right.
It's the dimensions of the sandhill.
Is it how long?
60 by 90.
Yeah, 60 by 90. When they did it, I don't know if it tells me on this one or the other one. There is how many tiles, because I did it for us doing it, installing it, to see what it would be. The width, there's 71 tiles, the length, there's 107 tiles. It's gonna be in blue, because it's a performance for the pickleball on it. The border is graphite, so it's green or gray, and if we needed a ramp, it's gonna be gray too. The lines are white. It has basketball, which is 13 tiles, and 22 tiles, which is also white, which is the half court basketball. Pickleball is 23 tiles and 51. Volleyball is 33 tiles and 69 tiles. All the lines are white. I can also customize them to change them differently. So it gets 3 of the main sports that we could be playing out here for it. I did do it, so I'm hoping I can get a quote from them. I keep getting, from this company in particular, like 10% off that you can do. I think the last one, when I looked, yeah, I can save 10% off of tiles. So I keep getting discounts for them every time. So hopefully we can get that, and I will apply for those 2 grants to see if we can get them. Fingers crossed. It's never been really my luck. So that is for the budget. Hopefully that will.
What substrate is these tiles gonna be installed on?
Concrete.
So you're gonna have this cost of putting in a concrete pad.
So we can, that's the other thing is that this company, if we have them install it, will install the concrete for us. If we do it, yes, we will have to ask.
I mean, you're gonna have the cost of the concrete either way.
Yeah, we have to.
It'll just be, is it coming from them or is it coming from our contractor?
So I can call around and ask a couple of the contractors how much
You might wanna get the specs of what the cement pad needs to be.
it needs to be the same as that.
Not the size, not just
Well, the
the surface
thickness, you're
area,
talking about the
like
thickness.
the, what,
Yeah,
like thickness and like, do they require like hydraulic concrete, or can it just be a standard grade of concrete, or?
Yeah, and that one I put in there was that we didn't have it, so we could see what they say. They're pretty fast at getting back to me.
And then that will also determine, like, if you're having someone here install it, where the poles for the pickleball court and all that, if they've got to be installed into the concrete, you'll need the anchors and all of that when the concrete gets poured, so it might also just be advantageous to have them do the installation.
We can do that. Alright, so that is where we're at for budget right now. The guy for doing the trails did call, but he was calling as I was going into surgery, and I forgot to call back. So hopefully I can get hold of him again to do that one, right now. And then the other budget for events. So I did a letter, I know we've tried this letter multiple times, but this one's a little different, if you wanna pass those ones down. This one states, it's to all three boards, is that I stay the event coordinator for Parks and Rec position. The current event expenses are drawn directly from the same budget as Parks is, and the trail improvement and the playground upkeep, and I would like to have it separated. Because our budget is like, it's a quarter of our budget is events alone. And I don't wanna have to keep taking money out of our budget for events, and then we have to figure out, do we do this event and not do this one, or would we not upgrade everything, like, now with the swing, if that swing can't be fixed, like, that's an expense that we didn't cost, and I don't wanna be having to figure out what we take from this, what we take from that. So ChatGPT made it a really, really fancy letter about letting me have my own budget as a result of it. So if you wanna look at it and see.
So your concern being like taking away budget for, you say like pavilion repairs
Yeah.
and equipment replacement and all that. I mean, ultimately the money's all coming from the same place anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you say repairs, are you talking preventative maintenance, or you're talking like a tree falls on it and you've got to repair the pavilion? Like, what specifically are you talking about? Because because stuff like that should already be like that stuff, like you're never gonna plan for it in budgeting anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna plan for like, well, I need to have this amount of money set aside in case the tree falls, because some of that's gonna get covered by insurance. And like if somebody tears up part of the playground, like one of the boards gets knocked out of the playground, like you can't plan and budget for that necessarily. So that's always gonna be like basically emergency funding.
Yeah.
Now, the board of trustees might force you to take it out of, like, well, you haven't done this project yet, so like that project goes away, but generally I think they're pretty open to being like, well, yeah, this thing happened, like, we'll just pay to get it fixed. I mean, I do agree with the fact that it is greater transparency if your budget is separate from, well, the event coordinator's budget is separate from the Parks and Rec budget. Especially since it is, you're able to more closely track where that money's coming from.
Well, and that way, when we do all of these events, like the fundraiser events and all of that, it can just go back into the event budget thing.
Fundraising specifically for it,
Yeah.
it's not fundraising for the park itself.
No, so like, the Halloween one and the trivia night one can go back into the budget, because those are for events and everything, so that the whole purpose was for those things were, so I didn't have to take out money from the township Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to figure out if the money that's being put in donations is really a donation, or if it's the money from renting the pavilion, because that's where it's getting put, essentially. So is anybody okay with it? Is there stuff that we need to take out? Do I need to take out pavilion repairs?
I mean, it makes a good case for why you should have a separate thing, because yes, in some instances, I mean, you're gonna be fighting for a piece of the pie no matter what, right? Like, whether it's part of the Parks and Rec budget or whether it's its own separate thing, like, we're all competing for the same for the same pie,
Yeah.
right? But you are correct in the fact that, like, well, even if you have, like, you wanna pave the walk, pave a trail. Well, it runs over, okay, well, now that money does have to come from somewhere within the budget.
Like the sand hill
What gets,
came out,
yeah, what gets cut back a little bit.
yeah.
Well, this grant money, where's that gonna go? If we get these grants, that go into?
Well, that goes
It
into
would
the
go
Parks
into
and
the
Rec.
Parks and Rec.
That
It would
goes
just-
into the Parks and
Yeah,
Rec.
it would go straight into the Parks and Rec.
I think the other thing that you do here too is you make it, I mean, personally, I would add on to it that if there is a separate fund, it can be like that.
Are you talking about like contingency?
Well, what I'm thinking is, like, if there's a separate budget specifically for events, it is not tied directly to the Parks and Rec, and you can expand what events are happening. I think that's what's good. It will, like, if you're gonna push for this, you also have to open it up to be like, this is.
That's fine, that one's gonna be a whole other discussion.
But then that's gonna come down to, you're gonna probably wanna have a policy in place
Yeah.
as to how the funds are asked for, who's asking for them, how's it being tracked. Like, so you're gonna probably want a policy in conjunction with this.
Okay, we can do that.
Just because, like, I'm 100% for this being a separate budget. Like, don't get it wrong. I'm 100% for this being a separate budget. I think it will be an easier pill to swallow for some people if it is inclusive of all township events. And I think it'll be even easier to argue for it if there is a policy directly associated with, this is how this funding is gonna be asked for, this is how you get access to this funding, who's responsible for making these plans, who it needs to be presented to get access to those funds, and the like tracking of the funding of the spending.
Okay, we can do that. If we did that though too, in the policy, because it's getting things ordered and everything, could we,
Well, that's part of developing the policy.
yeah,
Like that then spells out like who is appointed, who has the authority to spend the funds, who has the authority to tell who to spend the funds.
okay, so I'll.
Yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend that you develop a policy to go along with this.
Got it.
Well, you can use that to help build the bones of it, but, like, I think ultimately, any policies that we develop, the attorney should also look at them.
Okay, so is everybody okay with it? Does everybody agree to do it? Like, that's what I want
Yeah,
to
I
know.
would agree,
Okay, I make a motion to pass on event coordinator budget letter to the boards.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passed.
Are you gonna do development, well, you're just gonna develop policy later and then,
Yeah, I will develop the policy. Do we wanna do a motion to make with the policy and then send it along with it? Or,
I mean, I just wanted to, noted that you are going to make a policy.
No,
I-
Devin seconded it. I will make a policy for it to go along with it.
Yeah, you don't need a motion, you
Yeah.
just, I just wanna make sure that the plan is to go and make a like,
Yeah,
at least develop a policy to pass on to the board of trustees.
hopefully I can do it tonight. I'll be fine with it. Okay, considering that our event budget is about $11,000, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 events planned from now until the end of October. Nope, forget that. December. Actually, Easter. Jeez. Okay, so from now until April of next year.
So it's 10 events in the next fiscal
Yes.
year,
Yep.
because you're not including,
No, the Mother's Day is not included in this one,
The
and
teen.
Father's one's not included in this one, and the teen trivia is not included in this one.
so this is 10
Yeah,
events for the 2026, 2027 fiscal year, okay.
sounds very stupid, but yes, there is. So that is, and I put it down, we just have to figure out what we have over there for some of these things and what we need to do for that, but our budget's about 11,000. Okay, so anybody else have anything for budget spending projects that they want?
I would suggest getting your storage shed, getting a cement pad poured and moving this storage shed over either by the shed or over here out of the township property where you have the security cameras.
Yeah.
Um,
And I know,
or,
Is there any room in the shed to actually put storage in there?
I don't know what at one point in time, there
There's
was
a whole bunch of
voting stuff over in there, they had taken over a little bit of it to make a office space for the marijuana coordinator. Now that the marijuana coordinator has office space over here, there might be stuff in that shed that
is not.
is not, well, doesn't need to exist anymore, cause the township just got new, crowd control, the retractable crowd control barriers, and I think that was in that shed over there, so those could probably go away.
There's only a couple. There's big huge gray things in there, I don't know what they
That
are.
might be the voting box things, but yeah,
And with the storage, with it going in there and everything, my ideal with the storage is that I keep everything at the hall for right now until they tell us we have to move it out, because there is, if you've ever been over there and you've seen the supervisor and the clerk, the treasurer's office before that was over there, behind that window, it is filled with event stuff. Yeah.
so in that case,
What-
does it make, like, with the amount of stuff that you have, does it make sense to see what the board of trustees plans on doing with that building and asking for some budget to build out shelving and storage in that room, since
Probably,
if they're going to maintain heat and everything over there,
yes, because we gotta get stuff off the floors if that's where it's going, because some of our stuff has mold on it now.
so maybe the thing then is to ask the board of trustees what their long-term plan is with that building, and see if you can convert the old supervisor and treasurer's office into, if you can get storage made over
Yeah.
there.
I still would like to move the shed over so that when we have like the Father's Day, which is the color war, I can just put all of the color war stuff in the shed, that I know I have it there. I can get, when we have to get it all out, and I have a place to put all of it back in, because when we do Halloween events, when we do anything outdoors, I'm shoving containers back in trucks, I'm shoving containers under tables. So I would like to, when we have an event over there, I can just put everything in the shed, lock it up, and then like the next day go back and move it where it needs to be, cause
So
like
you wanna
Halloween.
basically have it as the pre-staging area.
Yeah.
So like, I'm gonna have this event over there the weekend prior to, you go put the stuff in there that
Yeah.
you need, then it's there, and then
Yeah.
for that weekend.
We also talked about it before previously, is letting people that rent the pavilion, if we did the basketballs over there or the horseshoe stuff in there, have it in the shed, and it can also be with the lock that we have, the lock key that we have, is that they open it up, we make sure everything's in there and go that way. The flag that we have that says the pavilion's being rented, they can put that in there, so
Do you
they don't have to do
want
it.
to be able to give people that are renting access to that if you've got other non-related stuff in there?
You mean if my stuff or the event stuff's in there?
If that stuff is in there.
If the stuff is in there, the event stuff wouldn't stay in there. If I knew there was a party happening, like the week of, I think the Father's Day one, there's an event here, I probably wouldn't do it. But I'm fine with just leaving it over there for pre-staging stuff, if that's what we wanna do, and taking it down, cause like Halloween, trying to find places for 15 containers is not fun at all. And usually it happens at night, so we shove everything in the shed and deal with it later. So if we have that little shed over there, we can at least combat where everything is and not interfere with the lawnmower. So that is what I hope we can do with the shed at this moment, because we did pay for it, and it's a very nice shed. Except that the floor is coming apart.
Well, the floor's coming apart because it wasn't
Yeah.
put on the right foundation.
So I will ask the board of trustees what they're gonna plan on doing with the old hall, and if we can move over the shed, and I will find a way to make a slab.
Well, I mean, that should just be like a budget,
Yeah,
not a budget item that you guys should determine.
we can do it.
I mean, I would just, if you're gonna ask for, what, I think you said like 64 or 63,000, something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I would just make that as one of your things.
Okay. Okay, anything else for budget? Projects, anything, does everything sound fine?
Yes.
Okay.
How big is that shed over there?
Devin can stand in it, he just has to bend down, so.
Well, the walls are,
Be close.
I think the wall height is about 5 foot. It's
Oh.
about a 7.5 to 8 foot center height.
How big is my box of my truck?
I believe it's.
Cause there's a piece of plywood over there that has,
I believe it's 7 by 8,
give or take,
or 7 by 10.
give or take. I
Or
know there
maybe
is
it's
a big, huge piece of plywood in there that's for Halloween. I just didn't take it out. So if we're all done with budget, we'll go to events, maybe. Okay, park cleanup day, is now going to be May 16th because it was cold, rainy, and I didn't want to play in the mud that day. So May 16th, we'll do, I know we had a schedule for 9. We're gonna do 10 because
Nobody wants to get up at 9.
I'll probably be up at 9. I just don't feel like getting around and doing stuff. Mother's Day event flyers, you guys handed them out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the other thing. So we have had a couple people respond to the Mother's Day thing on Saturday. I have had a couple people cancel because they've had stuff that they couldn't do. I think this one is the one that's good too. So right now we have,
That's this Saturday?
yes. I was like, what are you gonna tell me? Cause I can't.
On 10th, right? 10th, Saturday.
9th, the 10th is Sunday, which is Mother's Day. We have 20 people right now signed up for, Mommy and Me painting. There is on Facebook, 56 people interested in it. I'm really hoping they don't show up because we may not have enough painting.
How
Or everything.
many are signed up?
20 are signed up for it right now.
Is it clear on the Facebook posting that you have to
Yes.
sign up? I
And
mean,
then
if people show up and you don't have enough
Yeah, I
supplies,
just have
then
to
you just
turn
don't have enough supplies.
and I redid it on their
Those
Facebook
flyers
page.
you gave me, is it planting instead of painting?
Oh,
That's
Just to
okay.
let you know.
mm-hmm,
That's all right.
that sounds about right.
When I did hand them out, I did tell them that there was a
It's
misprint.
fine.
Uh,
We can get the data.
so
That's all right.
we have 20 people signed up. That does say pre-register with the vet coordinator on it. The Facebook page does, and I did put on there this week, please make sure you register. We have a limited space and a limited supplies. And that same day, I got another person saying that they would go. So right now we have 20 people. It's better than we thought it was gonna be. So, that's happening on Saturday. I think it's from like 2 to 5. I did check with the person that's painting, which is Mackenzie Klaus. She is ready to do it, and we have all of the supplies in the supervisor's office. I just haven't unboxed it yet. So they're all there. Teen trivia night, you guys have the flyers for them. I did ask Sarah if she would contact ShopRite, and she has dropped them off, the flyers off.
So which was the sheet dropping off?
She dropped them off already. So ShopRite has them for the bags. She dropped them off for the bags.
For what? For the color?
So the flyers, your guys' flyers look different because, so she dropped off these ones that are two-sided. So they have the teen trivia night on it and the father color work on the other side. She dropped these off at ShopRite.
Okay. Yeah,
Put
'cause
in
the ones
bags.
that I had were the Mother's Day.
Yeah, to put in bags
Yeah.
for everything.
Okay,
She dropped them off
so I won't go there then.
Monday.
Okay.
Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, Monday or
They
Tuesday
might
she
be
dropped
tired
them
of
off.
seeing me over there.
I also think she dropped off possibly the, everyday, all of our events. She might have dropped those off, I'm not really sure
Okay.
with those. I did ask her if she could contact the schools around to just send it to them, to have them hang it up, and I don't know if she responded. I know she put one in True Value, so if we could do that, I'm gonna have her do a Facebook post for the Teen War and the Father's Day event. So you guys can hand those flyers out wherever you go.
So not at ShopRite
Nope,
or
or True
True
Value,
Value?
yeah. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, 'cause usually I went over to ShopRite, hand them a stack and
Yeah. That is all I have for events right now. I don't have anything else.
Is there, for events, is there any plans on reaching out to some of these other groups that have shown interest in partnering with?
So I haven't talked to Lions or Mud Runners, but that is on the plan when my life, after June, at some point, I'm gonna try to reach out to them. I'm like, whose phone's ringing? Reaching out to those guys. I do know the one in Millington has reached out to me once about borrowing all of our stuff for an event, but I haven't heard anything back from her about it.
And that was what, the Rotary?
No, the Rotary lady has not got back with me. That one that got a hold of me does the teen, events, like the once a month events for the kids to get together and do everything. But I don't know if she's been doing them lately. So in June, I'm gonna try to get a hold of these guys to see, what they say. I know Monica messaged me earlier this weekend about doing a rock,
Rock painting?
no, what is it called? It's a really long animal. Caterpillar, rock caterpillar around the playground.
I've seen them.
I don't know if I will have an event to do it, but we may start it and let anybody add to it. They can just bring a rock and add to it and see how long we can get it. She suggested by the playground. I think I may stick it either around the pavilion or on the path somewhere, so it's not right by the playground on it. That was one of the things. She said if we could see if the guys across the way would let us have rocks. You can order rocks on Amazon, but I think if we start it, maybe we can have people join it. I don't even have a problem if we do events and we have rocks out and just let them paint them and then they can add to them. I just haven't figured out the logistics of that one yet. So that's one of the other things. I probably will not have a rock painting event because I don't know. Watching paint dry on rocks is.
Well, there's those things where you make the little rocks with the like, oh, if you found me type
Yeah.
thing where
Yeah,
you hide
there's
them.
some rocks like that.
Yeah, if we decide to have a rock event, I don't know when we're gonna have it. So that's the only thing I have for events. Any questions about events? Is everyone seem fine with events?
just a suggestion, if you're gonna put rocks around the pavilion, you need to watch in case someone trips on them or they block the handicap.
They probably go around the one side of it, that's towards the woods.
Yeah, the back somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where you put it, it's gonna be a potential trip hazard. Probably your best bet is to.
We may just stick it by the shed, cause that seems like a place that the caterpillar would be. And it's not in anybody's walkway, it's not gonna be in anybody's
I
danger.
mean, if you lay it out to where you define a specific path that it can go, you could almost use it as an edger around the grassy area between the drive and the walkway. You could basically, like if it got big enough, you could basically make it like an edging
How
thing.
about we just do a rock concert? Let's make a rock concert. Those rocks were awesome. Okay, so that's one of the things that is possibly on the next go around. I just haven't figured out logistics on that. Okay, for business. Does anybody have any business updates? business wise? Cause I do not.
Based on
Oh, yeah, that,
what Janice has found for the, canoe launch down there, you guys may want to push the board of trustees to have the township maintenance person or identify someone to maintain that walkway. It may have been the actual maintenance may have been more of a handshake agreement as part of being allowed to put up the signage, but we didn't buy into the signage. And if the handshake agreement was that there's gonna be some sort of maintenance down there, then the board should be honoring that. And then as, the clerk had pointed out, before the meeting,
Yeah.
there is an issue with the handicap swing that the maintenance person's gonna look at.
so,
So there may be, a need for that to be fixed, which may also require you to reach out to the inspector, the playground inspector, to have him come back out and look at it after it's fixed to make sure that it's still,
yeah, we can have him do it, and then, this has been in my mailbox, I don't know how many times now. This guy is it's a vet-owned small business. He needs a certified playground inspector, which apparently is you. It does the plastic mold, fixing it. So depending on what is wrong with our swing, we may be able to call this guy and see if he can fix it for us. And he's also a playground inspector, so we may be able to see if he can do both if we need to. If not, we can have the guy that did it, see if he can come out and fix it or check to see what's wrong with it.
yeah, depending on what's wrong with it, you
Yeah.
need somebody certified in playground equipment
Yeah,
repair.
so there's a couple of options if we need to with it, on that side. Okay, purchases, so Mother's Day event is all purchased and is ready. I don't think Sarah has purchased the food yet for trivia night, which I'm hoping gets purchased soon.
I did see that, recently at ShopRite, those pretzel bites that you got for the last trivia night, they're selling them at ShopRite now. So you may wanna see what the price difference is from ordering them online versus just buying them from ShopRite,
Yeah.
just as a heads up. It is the exact same things that you were buying online.
There's a lot of them, you can go to Myers, but nobody goes to Myers in this place.
So ShopRite too, maybe being a local, they might give you a discount.
I mean,
But to ask,
it wouldn't hurt to ask and say like, well, I mean, you could probably go like, yeah, this is for here, we need to, like, if you can,
It's our
you match
township event,
these.
and kids, and they might.
Huh?
It's
I
in,
have a big huge binder for that and I don't know where I put it. Yes.
it's in the computer.
It is? Okay.
It's in our computer room because I took it home to look at it the one time.
I just letting you know that this was made up and handed out a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we did have somebody go by and inspect all of our playground stuff. Every year we had someone.
I know the last time, cause that's the one that I had. The last time we had it, it was gonna be me because we were gonna send me down and we just never did it because there was certain things that needed to be fixed right offhand that I know of. And speaking of that, I know we talked about that tree that's out there, that's close to the playground. And the guy had said he would just trim it. I don't know if anybody's watched the news or listened to the news. There was a kid killed on a playground by a tree that fell on the playground lines, on the playground. So my fear is that tree that is very close to not only the swings but the slide is the only shade we have, but it is, I don't know how old that tree is, how sturdy that tree is.
It's been there a long time.
Yeah, I'm afraid that tree is gonna cause some damage and some issues down
Maybe
the
it's time
line.
just to make it go.
Yeah,
Isn't there a shade requirement for the
there is a
playground?
shade requirement, that's the problem. We're gonna have to, before we take it out, make sure that we can get shade with the, shade
The shade sale?
stage sale that we can purchase before we even take that tree out. It came across my feed this morning or yesterday, and I'm like, that's my fear of that tree right now, is it's gonna go. We've already had trees fall in the playground or on the pavilion and all of that. I just don't want that one to go and injure somebody. So we'll have to look into that in the next couple of months or a year to figure out what we're gonna do with that tree and shade. But
Would
I
it be
just,
possible to add to the playground a canopy?
that's what the
The shade
sales,
shields.
yeah.
It's a certain percentage of shaded,
Right,
area on the playground. So you could it would be poles that you'd mount, and then you'd put those shade sails up over to get your percentage
Yeah.
of coverage.
And you can actually just see through them too, and you can still get your sun and everything.
The biggest concern would be is what is the lifespan of them, and how often would we have to
So
replace them?
Frankenmuth's new playground actually has them across their playground. So if you wanna see what they look like, that's where they are. I was like, there's a playground that has them. So we have to look at that. Any additional businesses, anybody else have anything else?
I mean, I would just suggest that if there's any trainings on parks and recreation development and all that offered through is it Michigan or MTA? Yeah, through MTA.
Yeah, when I looked the last time,
There
there
was a
wasn't.
lot of stuff at the conference.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I forgot, there was like a stack of catalogs like that I picked up there.
And also, you can
Playground.
reach out to the Tuscola County Parks and Rec Board too, and they might be able to
Yeah.
tell you
There was a lot
some
of stuff,
training.
there was a lot of stuff on
Yeah.
at the conference. I mean, they got everything up there.
Okay, if we don't have any additional business, does anybody have public comment? Nope, okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, make a motion to adjourn. Okay, we have a motion to adjourn, we have a second.
you seconded, Rick.
Tom did.
Down to Peter just by hair.
Yes.
Do we have any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passed. Our next meeting is June 3rd.
Has anybody heard when Bob's gonna get the rest of the dirt in front so we can move the signs?